Check in again. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Hello, hello. Check, check, check. Checking again. Ujay, can you hear me? Just about ready. Can you hear me? YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, internet. Hello, hello. All right. Okay, so give me 1 second and this game will be loaded. Okay. Hello, hello. That's not right. There we go. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Let me turn this down a little bit for a sec. So, okay. So this is a game I made this year, sort of as like an album game hybrid concept. I'm just gonna play through it and try to talk about whatever comes up. There's a lot of stuff from pixel art to sound to code to almost anything you see or hear like took attention at some point. So if you have any super cool questions or uncool questions, what's up, Evan? Feel free to like leave a comment or a chat or whatever. My professional technical assistant, Ujay, will help me collect all of them. But a lot of the game is sort of about sound and about the recordings themselves. So I'm going to try to just let it speak for itself and respond to stuff as I see it. But yeah, I'm going to try to not talk over the whole thing. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'm going to try to save it for the end. And yeah, here we go. This is both the intro and the ending screen. If something breaks or doesn't work, Ujay, please just text me. Okay. So you walk up here, just start. So the game starts, dropped on to this, I guess, recreation of a block street. And immediately you see, for some people I'm sure, a familiar character. That's the sprite from Pokemon Gold and Crystal and Silver. So I'll just play. It says, hello, welcome to NYNPC. Yes, it's me, your past self, you already forget why you're here. That's okay. It's noisy. No. Oh, it's a skill now. You're trying to find your album. If you hear something interesting, press and hold L to listen. So this L to listen is basically the core mechanic of the game, which I'll talk about later. I'll keep track. Now go find your recording. So that creates the UI, very minimal UI, and very rough, ragged UI, because this is the first actual attempt at a game I've ever made. So please bear with the text overhangs or not wrapping or just general raggedness of this visual project in general. But what you can do as soon as you have finished talking to this guy, and he'll just cycle, everyone just cycles back to their lines of dialogue when you finish. Just an idea, but it is what it is. After you speak with him once and he goes through his lines, you can hold L, and that is what allows you to listen. And I'll tell you what that means later. But the idea is, as you go through this whole kind of world, and to try not to get hit by cars, you can hold L at any point. Oh, turn my voice up. Is that better? Better? Okay, hopefully that's better. I can turn it up more too. Better. Cool. Okay, so immediately you're faced with a choice when you start this game. Cars won't hurt you, not yet. Which is where to go. I wanted this album, which doesn't necessarily include the audio that you're hearing right now. Oh, that car is glitching. To be composed by the player. So depending on the direction you go, and the order in which you press L to listen, determines what becomes basically the structure of an audio file that you can collect at the end. So that's basically the core mechanic. You can listen through the game. It saves whatever game audio is happening, and automatically, I'm walking here only. Okay, get out of here. Make yourself useful and do something about the noise. Yes, so as I was saying, you can hold L at any point and it'll basically compile a recording. Just tacks on whatever game audio whenever you press L to I believe it's a WAV file. I should know this, but it's an audio file. So you can do it you can play around with it. You can make something glitchy, you can hold something for just a way that you would, I guess, normally listen. So I'm going left. You can go any direction. So as we go here, we enter a field, and a track called Useless starts playing. Myself for a little bit. Back in real quick, just to say the dialogue mechanic of walking away and then walking back to the characters was sort of a concession which is the result of, beginner game development experience. So ideally, like in most games, you can just walk up to a character and like press a button, and that cycles through dialogue. But I am frankly not there yet. So we are in this system of moving back and forth to talk to people. So this is a green-haired monk kind of character who is reciting a translation of a fascicle by, if anyone happens to know, a 12th century Japanese monk named Dogen, the Soto Zen founder. So this is a fascicle specifically about time, so it's a bit long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I thought it might be like one way to basically interact with, well, one way that I like listening is while also like basically doing other things like reading or playing a game or drawing or, whatever. So yeah, so I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but I'll do a little bit. Study it as the 12 hours of the present. 3 heads and 8 arms is time. Because it is time, it's not separate from the 12 hours of the present. Even though you do not measure the hours of the day as long or short, or near, you still call it 12 hours. Because the signs of time's coming and going are obvious, people do not doubt it. Although they do not doubt it, they do not understand it. Or when sentient beings doubt what they do not understand, their doubt is not from their choice. Because of that, their past doubts do not necessarily coincide with present doubt. Yet doubt itself is nothing but time. Skip ahead a little bit. This is how I skip. So you talk to this guy, or you listen to this guy, more so than talking, and eventually they'll say, wow, you're a great listener. Will you take my old piano? You can go up here, collect this piano. And you'll see up on the top left, now you have 1 of 4 tracks found. This guy's still here. But there's so much that I want to add into this project to make it feel more authentic, I suppose. But we can get into that later. I'm going to skip this area. Enough of this music nonsense. Babies. Down here, there's some coffee, and you'll find coffee like in different parts of the game, which gives you a little speed boost, which is helpful when you're tired of walking so much. Up here, there's a 4th track, 4th area, but it's locked until you find, until later, yeah. So if we go down here, there's kind of nothing, so you have to explore a little bit. There's more coffee. This one does not disappear after you drink any amount of cups of it, so be careful, because you could end up going like way too fast. So go up here, we find a computer, which is the very computer that I'm using. Oh, too fast now. And when you interact with it, it'll start playing a track called Beaten by a Robot. And it spawns this text block thing, which says, I was here before your cities rose, my voice carried through wind and snows. Now I struggle to be heard, drowned out, and I'm just a bird. What have you filled the world with? a lot of this game I kind of didn't want to play through or stream or do what I'm doing right now, because of just I don't know, the discovery element of RPG games, particularly this project, which is in itself like trying to, I think, discover something or, be something kind of different. And this is an example, like this is a riddle that I asked AI to generate. This whole room area and the track itself is sort of about AI and computers. It's a loose kind of interpretation of my perspective on I guess, computation automation in 2026. So I'm gonna pause for a second and just to try to preserve the discovery and the kind of critical thinking, this very slight critical thinking element of this game, to see if anyone, just to check the comments and see if anyone might have any guesses. It's not that hard, but if anyone has any guesses as to what the answer of this riddle might be. So I'll read it again. I was here before your cities rose. I'm sure someone's already guessed it. And the people that already know, please don't say it. My voice carried through wind and snows. Now I struggle to be heard, drowned out, and I'm just a bird. What have you filled the world with? And I'll play the track while I check. Okay, I don't think there's any comments. Alright, I'll give it like 10 more seconds. I should be able to see the chat. Okay, I mean, the answer is in the title of this game, so it's kind of embarrassing for everyone, but yeah. So to solve this riddle, you have to first think of the answer in your head. And actually there's two parts. It's not very easy. And this is a whole aspect of game development that I would like to, that I realized after sharing the alpha version, the beta version, that I need to improve if I'm to update this, is just the aspect of kind of guiding people through the whole thing. So yeah, the answer is noise, which is not that, not maybe that obvious, but I feel like it's kind of clear. But I was hoping that as you leave this room, you would light up this N, and then that would kind of make you think, like, why did that happen? Then you walk to it, and then it lights up this O, and you're like, huh? And then it goes to I, and then S, and yes. So once you solve the riddle in this strange way, the track continues, the animation on the computer begins, and you can collect your 2017 iMac that your mom gave you. There's also, there should be a person here, a vibe coder, but he disappears when you go to the first room, the useless area. So I'll just let this track play. All right. Oh shit, sorry. Okay. So let's get back to exploring. So we go up here. Still jacked up on coffee. It's still noisy, as you can tell. You can go up here and explore all the way up here. It's blocked over here. But up here is one of the quote-unquote hidden tracks, one of the tabla recordings on the album. I should say the art in the game is mostly purchased by or from a pixel artist named Ria Kane. I did a lot of trying to learn how to make pixel art, and it was a ton of fun, but an insane amount of work and kind of learning curve. So you'll probably be able to tell like what is made by me and what is made by like an actual experienced artist. But I recommend checking out their work and people like Maisco, I think is his name. There's just so much pixel art out there. So yeah, that track goes on for about 7 minutes. So let's move on. Get out of here. This track is still going on, and it just runs until it's over. So you can leave, go back to the street, you can come back. If you drink too much coffee, if you drink way too much coffee, which is going to ruin that experience right now, but that's okay for the glitches, then when you leave this, when you cross this threshold right here, where the like lighter pixels end, it starts to transition, a fade out of the audio, which if you leave and enter or that transition ends, it breaks the audio. So check it out. Yeah. So now this is broken because you basically like interrupted the transition before it was finished, and I don't know exactly why, like it doesn't override it, but anyway, just something to note. So we go back to the street at hyper speed. And I don't think it broke and now he says, how will you raise a family? Yeah, so the street noise is now way lower, you might notice. The cars are, I shouldn't have drank that coffee. If you go up to this first area, it's still locked. So that leaves one last direction, which is down here. It's an elevator. Whoa. Okay. This is density 29.5. Oh, there should be audio. Oh, that's not good. Okay, this is a glitch. Yeah, I'm gonna restart it real quick, just so you can hear it. Be right back. We're back. Oh wait, are we back? There we go. Oh, there we go. Stop back here. I restart. Okay, I'm gonna quickly speed and fast forward. Should be enough. Oh, here's this guy. Instead of playing my game, play my album. Oh. Yeah, just ignore this sacred wisdom. Alright, and we're back to where we were. You'll also notice as you go through each area, like you get color in the character. I wanted this like main area to be, if there's a version 2, I want this main area to be black and white when you start. And it basically, just like the character, gets green after you enter this area, blue after you enter the beaten by robot area, and red after you get through density 29.5. So here we are. This is the frustrating part of the game, as anyone who's played this will know. The name of the track is Density 29.5, which refers to piece by Edgar Varese, and also the New York City population density, which is on track to be 29,500 people per square mile. It's always breaking. Been on the phone with facilities for 29,539, 40, 41, 42 minutes. It's a count up. So, you slowly walk this way. The stream is glitching. I'm sorry. It's probably because of this area. Let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, it's good. Great. Okay, so as you enter here, you'll find a bunch of people handling important business, standing on business. This guy says, I manage the managers. Oh, nobody tells me anything. I find out via artifacts created by aliasing. You hear that? Well, that's all me, baby. Same thing. So that's what I thought. It was all you, but whatever. And here, there's a ton of corporate employees, I guess you'd say, of a fictional noise refinery, which is what this whole area kind of is starting to represent in the lore. Now Claude handles everything. I'm adjacent to decision making. I used to take notes. Oh, I used to take notes. Now Claude handles everything. It's the biggest company I've ever worked for. I'm not going to blow it this time. I'm working on autopilot and seeing where it takes me. Nobody tells me anything. I requested a plant for my desk. Denied. But this... but this is the best refinery in the world. So one thing I also want to add on the next version is when you are talking to someone, especially here, they stop moving. Yeah. Which is pretty possible. So yes, so this is another example of me not thinking that you should have more guidance for the player, because it's not really clear what you're supposed to do here. And what it is you have to go through all of these people and get to the other side of the room and find a bass guitar. Yeah. So the strategy changes weekly. The volume doesn't. Same thing. Watch where you're going. The interns are louder than the executives. Yeah, this was a pain to make. I'm gonna just try to play through it because it's really annoying and really difficult, and you're gonna hear it in my voice. Yeah, it can be frustrating. But, oh, there it is. So there's coffee, which will help you, as always, which you can drink 3 times, and then there's that bass, which I just picked up. Distance precedes essence, as we all know. The noise filter comes off when you collect the bass. So now we gotta get out of here. Sometimes it's actually really easy, but it really depends on the programming. There's no way. Let me through. Sometimes you just gotta give up. Oh. Come on. Yes. I'm building a high audibility. What? I'm not gonna feel. See, that's where the UI is not made well. If I never have to do something, use my skills again or something. Yep. Oh my god. Hopefully, yeah. Just watch this and don't have to do this yourself. So close. Okay, we're through. Then he says it's working. So now you can take this elevator back up. And it's quiet. Hopefully you can hear like the audio that was recorded on my rooftop here. Three tracks found, go off. So now that we've found 3 tracks, we can go to the final, well, semi-final area. You'll see it says open now. And this is like the NYNPC title track area. I cannot help you. What to do? Good question. So let's go. This area is programmed in a way so that when you move, the audio plays and the lights go dark. So you'll find your guide. It's right over here. You can always go back to the main street. Just enter a building with a house on it. So like this, you can see that house. If you go into here, takes you back to the street. Well, the street. Man, this place is laggy. So here is the fourth instrument, drums, which I animated. It was actually fun to do that. And here the idea is, since the track pauses when you pause, the distance is like time in the track. So if you walk all the way to the end, you'll have listened to the whole track. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to walk and listen for a few minutes. The whole track is much longer than that. But I wanted to have like a more passive listening kind of interaction thing. So you're really just pressing right on the keyboard, and you can kind of like, the idea is like you close your eyes and just listen, because this is more of, the first half of this track is more mellow, kind of mallets on the toms, as well you can hear, and it kind of escalates and explodes in the second half. But for the beginning, it's meant to be a more like sort of passive, reflective area environment. So I'll mute myself, let the track play a little bit, and come back. just interrupting this broadcast to say I've been forgetting to listen as I do. So I'm gonna do more listening. L. Okay, that's probably good. The home building the house on it. It's kind of a hack where you can do this. Create like a move while watching sort of. Even though it glitches the audio. Some graffiti that says your emotional labor will bear fruit. Ah, there's a house. So go back after you like go deep into it. All right, and we're back. So, now he says Arayar. I can finally hear myself. And then, the end of the game is back where you start. He says, hey, you did it. Listen to that sound quality. And he's no longer on the stoop. So if we go in here, we come back here, but now we have more instruments, and we have a floating CD. I think you can still listen in here, even though the UI is gone. I'm pretty sure you can. And so there is your album. So if you go pick this up, it'll say success, and it'll tell you where your audio file is of all the audio that you listen to in the game. So for me, it's there. I don't know if it's sensitive info, but the other thing about this area, first of all, I should say, the album itself was recorded by Miranda Sarah. Thank you if you're here for all of that work, recording, mixing. The animation starts, which was also a ton of fun to work on. Yes, and this particular track has the Pong theme, but with drums that were recorded at Super Giraffe by Isaac. So thank you, Isaac, if you're here. There's audio that is on this area, the like computery track, and the distorted guitar track. Thank you, Robert. Here, I was playing around with spatial audio, so it's not very pronounced, but if you move closer to each of the instruments, there's what's called a 2D audio node that basically makes audio spatial on a 2D plane. So as you get closer to the piano, and also as you get further away from the other three instruments, you should be able to just hear piano, or more piano now. There's some drums in the background, but yeah. And similarly, you walk on the album art, you'll hear drums, you'll get louder as you get closer to them. I mean, this is something that I really yeah, I think is really cool. It has a lot of potential, and this is really just scratching the surface. But you know, could be a cool way to, you know, like a digital virtual mixing environment. So yeah, drums are still in a rough shape. So I'm sorry, Isaac, for using them in a published game before having been fully finished. But I think they sound great. And similarly, maybe you can hear this track sounds like basically like a Marshall distortion on the same electric piano that was playing at the beginning of the stream, not the game, but the stream. Yeah, so this is it. Let me shout out the alpha testers, Wujay, who is our technical director today, Manu, who I believe is here still, hopefully. What's up? Olivia Harding. Evan Wang is here. What's up? Thank you, Evan. Andrea Sisson is here. Thank you, Andrea. Corbin, if you're here, thank you for the help. Andrew, you're a hero. Samuel Boudin, Geneva Skeen, TJ, Dwayne Marshall, thanks to all of you for all the feedback that made this possible. And Ria Kane, that's the person who made like a lot of the pixel art that's in the main level. Milton Godot, yeah. So you can keep walking, and the technical end of the game is here. Fade out. Yeah, so that's the game. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna stop the Instagram stream now. So if you're on Instagram and you have questions, then you should switch to one of the browser platforms. I don't know if we even have questions, but yeah, I'm gonna stop the Instagram stream now. Thanks for coming. All right. Oh, and the last thing I should show, if I can find it, is the audio file, which is the album, the unique instance of the album from this playthrough. So give me 1 second. All right, I can't find it, but it's buried in my like hard drive. So yeah, I guess I'll just end it here. Unless there's anything specific. I'm happy to like open up Godot. I don't want to get too deep into it. Really, just wanted to show the game. So yeah, let me check. Do we have anything? Whoa, YouTube is popping off. Is this room a David Lynch reference? Perhaps, not intentionally. Yeah, a machete. Maybe maybe in the next version. What kind of pants? Andrea knows. Pants from Gabe's in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's the big question. Cool. Great. All right. Thanks, everyone. This should be saved on YouTube, so may your pants questions be archived for eternity. Take care. Bye.